doing?
He's after the carpet again.
Well, why does he want the carpet?
Says it has sentimental value.
The carpet can't have sentimental value.
Well, it could for him. He fell down on it often enough. Slept on it a few times, too. Oh, that's not the reason. He says his mother bought it. Actually, she was only good for the underlay. I bought this carpet and I've got an invoice to prove it. That's why I'm keeping watch.
I thought we were going out. Oh, Pam, you can't stay here forever. It's not healthy. You were talking to yourself when I came in.
No, I wasn't.
You'll turn funny.
Sooner turn funny than desperate.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm not going to a singles club, Jackie.
Oh, why not?
Because it's full of cranks, weirdos and freaks.
We're not freaks.
We're not going.
It's only £1, Pam. Can't heat a room for that. At least we'd be warm.
You'd be warm if you got chased by a freak.
As a matter of fact, the club attracts a very nice class of person these days. They say there were a couple of estate agents down there last week. What are you smiling at?
You've never forgiven your old man for being a lorry driver, have you, Jackie?
That's not the point. I was always given to believe he owned that lorry. You know that. My trouble was I was too trusting, but not anymore. The next one's going to be different. This time I'm going to find someone more dependable, more mature.
Well, you're going to the right place. Half of them are over 60.
I'd sooner be an old man's darling than a young man's slave, Pamela. I'm not making that mistake again.
Our mistake was getting married in the first place.
If you think that, why'd you still wear your wedding ring?
Because it helps me to get a better cut of meat at the butcher's.
You want people to think you're still married, don't you?
I've got nothing against marriage. It was the hours I couldn't stand. And him? He came back last night, drunk as usual, on another carpet raid. He stood there, wheezing and grunting, trying to pull the carpet up. Slob didn't realise he was standing on it. I thought, what did I ever see in you? Of course, he's been falling apart since he left. I've never seen anyone deteriorate so quickly. Oh, and this is the joke. You'll never believe this. He's actually got a girlfriend.
Oh, I know. I've seen her.
Oh, what's she like? I've heard she's terrible.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't?
Actually, she's quite attractive.
Attractive? Are you sure? How does he do it? He must chloroform them.
Didn't chloroform you?
Wasn't such a slob then. Really attractive.
Oh, in a hard sort of a way.
Yeah, that would appeal to him. She'll have to be hard. He'll walk all over her. Did they seem close?
They were filling a trolley together in Tesco's.
As close as that. Well, he certainly hasn't wasted much time.
Oh, I understood he knew her before...
Before? Before what? You mean before he left?
Yes.
Why didn't someone tell me? Someone must have known. You knew, didn't you? You knew and you didn't tell me. My best friend.
Oh, Pam. I was waiting for him to tell you. I thought he would.
Secretive slob.
Well, what did he say when he left?
He said there were things he wanted to do. Which was a bit surprising because he never wanted to do anything when I suggested it.
He's taken her to Mallorca.
Mallorca? All I got was the Lake District. He wouldn't fly. He said he was frightened of heights. Couldn't even get him up Scarfell.
Well, he seems to have got over it.
Yes.
Are you coming, Pamela?
Really attractive.
Yes.
I'll get ready.
You coming?
I'm having a drink.
We're wasting time. Is that a double?
What if it is?
It's just that I promised your mother
What?
that you wouldn't drink too much.
I'm not drinking too much.
You had half a bottle in the taxi.
Look, I'm all right.
You weren't all right last night, though, were you?
Who told you about that?
Your mother.
Interfering old bat.
Don't talk about your mother like that, Clive.
Why not?
Because she's the best friend you'll ever have.
You talk about your mother like that.
We're not talking about my mother, we're talking about your mother. And she's worried about you. She said you were lying in the middle of the road weeping.
I wasn't weeping.
Just lucky the buses had stopped running, that's all I can say. Suppose you'd been run over.
I didn't care.
Bloke who ran you over would, though, wouldn't he? You'd have been on his conscience for the rest of his life.
Look, Malk, what I've had done to me...
Yeah, I know what you've had done to you, Clive. I'm just sick of hearing about it, that's all.
It's all right for you. You've never been married.
Wait a minute. I've had my share of heartache. Remember Stephanie?
Stephanie?
All the money I spent on her, all the plans we made. I didn't fall apart when she joined the Moonies, did I? You've got to put it all behind you, old son. You're free now.
Not yet. I'm not divorced.
Don't worry about that. There's quite a few people here who aren't divorced.
You mean they're separated?
They are for tonight.
You mean there are married men here? They ought to be castrated.
Yeah, I know your views on castration, Clive.
In public.
Not tonight, Clive.
It was a married man that did this to me, Mel.
I know, but I wouldn't mention that around here. It'll cast a cloud on the proceedings. And don't mention the kids.
3 kids, Mel?
I said don't mention the kids, Clive.
What sort of woman would do that, leave you to raise 3 kids on a hospital porter's money?
Yeah, and I wouldn't mention that either. Can't we say you're something a little more professional?
Why?
We've got to put a little seed down, Clive.
There's no future in lying.
I'm not worried about the future. I'm only worried about tonight. Hey? What about those 2 over there?
Look who's just come in.
Who?
The assistant manager of Barclays.
He's with someone.
She probably pounced on him on the stairs. These women are desperate. You've got to get out there and flaunt it.
Do you mind if I sit here?
No.
Only I don't like sitting on my own. The safety of numbers.
What?
My name's Di, same as the princess.
I'm Jackie, this is Pam.
Do you smoke?
No.
No, well, I don't. But I find it useful if someone asks me to dance and I don't like them. I just light up. Saves unpleasantness. Only you're not supposed to refuse. It's against the rules.
I think I'll take one for later.
Well, I've no intention of refusing. I came here to meet people. Do you get many professional people here?
Oh, yeah. He's a professional man. The one in the dark suit.
He looks nice. What does he do?
He's an undertaker.
I like the way he's measuring us up and down.
What about the distinguished-looking man sitting next to him?
We call him the proposer.
Well, why'd you call him that?
He always asks you to marry him.
What, straight away?
No. After about the 3rd dance.
What does he do?
Nothing. He's a pensioner.
Do you come here very often, Di?
Oh, yeah. Ever since I was jilted.
You were jilted?
On me wedding day.
I'm sorry.
Said he had amnesia. Forgotten who I was. I mean, we lived together for 5 years. How could he forget who I was? Said he'd forgotten who he was, too. He came around washing dishes in a Soho restaurant. Never washed any dishes for me. Comes here sometimes. Still doesn't remember me.
Who's that man at the bar? The one who keeps staring at us.
I'd keep away from him if I were you.
Why?
We call him the octopus.
Well, what do you say? Should we give him a whirl?
I don't know, the one in purple doesn't look very friendly.
Give over. She's dying to meet me.
How'd you know?
Body language.
You sure?
Yeah, I read a book on it.
I don't know, Malcolm, a bit out of practice.
It'll come back to you.
Oh, it's all right for you. You've been doing this for years, non-stop. Don't you ever get bored?
Bored? Of course I don't get bored. I like the variety and excitement. Keeps me going.
Julia and I had variety and excitement.
Did you, Clive?
Just because you're married doesn't mean to say you can't have variety and excitement.
You're doing it again, Clive. Your eyes are filling up.
I'm sorry, it's just... Excuse me.
Clive.
Come on, guys and girls. Let's have you in here on the dance floor. This could be your moment of destiny. So take a card, roll the dice, spin the wheel. You can't be a winner if you don't play the game.
Good, isn't he?
Yeah.
The BBC are after him.
Are they?
We have him most nights. He's very sensitive. Just the hospitals.
Come on, fellas. We've got some lovely girls in here tonight. If I hadn't taken my vow of chastity, I'd be down there.
He's very small, isn't he?
He's a jockey. He's never been the same since he fell off his horse.
And now, a very special message for the little gal in the bar in the purple dress. From someone who really digs you, baby, and wants you to help him make it through the night.
help me make it through the
Sorry, I've just lit a cigarette.
I can wait.
I don't dance much these days.
You don't have to worry, I've got medals for it. You don't remember me, do you?
No. Should I?
Yes. We used to play on the common together when we were kids.
Did we?
I remember you. Tartan trousers, roll-neck sweater, urchin cut, and a little brown pony.
I never had a pony.
I always thought that pony was yours.
What pony? I don't know anything about a pony. I had a dog.
Was it brown?
Well, yes.
That must have been it. You wouldn't remember me. Little ragged boy, too shy to speak.
Little ragged boy?
Too shy to speak.
You certainly changed.
I remember you, Samantha.
Pamela?
But they always called you Sam.
Pam?
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's my name.
I prefer Sam.
I'll get it changed.
My friends call me Mel.
What do the others call you?
Yeah, you were always superior. I remember you going out on Sundays in your Morris Minor, sitting in the back with your nose in the air. I thought, one day, when I've made it, I'll come back for her.
And have you made it?
Well, you could say that. I'm quite big in imports these days. What are you doing here, Pam?
I came with a friend.
That's what they all say. They never admit it.
Admit what?
That they're lonely.
I'm not lonely. She's lonely.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing here?
I came with a friend. He's suicidal. Wife's just left him. Hey, wait a minute. I've got an idea. Why don't we introduce my friend to your friend? Make the twosome into a foursome.
What twosome?
You and me.
No, I don't think so. My friend's very choosy. She's looking for someone from the professional classes.
Oh, well, then she needn't look any further. My friend's a medical man.
You mean he's a doctor?
Sort of. Well, what do you say?
See if I can find her. Excuse me.
Well, I don't want to go through that again. I didn't come here to dance with a dwarf. Not in these heels. I kept tripping over him. And then he was excused by the undertaker, and we talked about death. That was until his hearing aid broke down. And then I had a dance with the octopus.
The octopus?
Yeah, I didn't realise who he was until he started blowing in my ear and running his fingers up and down my spine. Felt like a saxophone.
Couldn't have been the octopus.
Why not?
I've just been talking to him.
Are you sure?
Yes. He said we used to play together. He called me Sam.
Pam.
No, Sam.
Sam's a man's name.
No, Sam's short for Samantha.
Your name's Pamela.
Oh, no.
He must have a tile loose. Oh, let's get out of here. What a dump. You've had a lucky escape, Pam. The only thing they come down for is a quick feel.
I know. Couldn't believe it when he said his friend was a doctor. A what? A doctor. His wife's left him and he's suicidal. He wanted us to make up a foursome. That's when I made my excuse and left. Come on, I think the coast's clear.
Oh, wait a minute, Pamela. We can't just walk out, not if someone's suicidal. We should show a little charity.
What?
A doctor.
Yes.
I think this calls for a few light repairs.
Doesn't look as if they're coming.
Don't worry, they'll come. The question is, will they stay?
What do you mean?
Well, let's face it, you're hardly the life and soul of the party at the moment.
I'd like to remind you, Malk, that my wife has just buggered off.
Yeah, well, we don't want to hear about all that. And don't go rabbiting on about how she walked out and left 3 kids playing around a paraffin eater because they won't be interested. Well, they've got enough problems of their own.
I don't suppose they'll come.
They'll come.
What makes you so sure?
Body language.
She never even danced with you.
No, but I talked to her. And I'd like to point out that the human voice is a very potent sexual force. I could see she was intrigued. I've always fancied her.
What about the other one?
You mean yours?
Mine? She's not mine.
She is now. She's got social ambitions, and I said you were a doctor.
Bloody hell, Malk.
Well, you know, sort of a doctor.
You can't say things like that.
Well, actually, I said you were a medical man. She assumed you were a doctor.
You can't pose as a doctor. It's against the law.
Well, only if she's a patient. And, I mean, you're not going to examine her. Well, not professionally.
I don't even look like a doctor.
No. It's a pity you didn't wear your clerical grey with the 3 buttons. I always thought that was a good bit of cloth. The trouble with serge is it wilts. Your lapels are beginning to bend. Do you always sweat like that?
I can't go through with it, Mel. I keep thinking about Julie.
Yeah, well, she's not thinking about you, is she? I mean, she's having it away.
Mel!
Now, don't start that again, Clyde. You'll lose all your body salt. Hello.
Oh, hello. I was just looking for somewhere to sit.
There's a seat right here. This is Clive. Pillock. And I'm Malcolm.
Jackie.
Oh, well, have a seat, Jackie.
Thanks.
Where's your friend?
She's just coming. She's a little shy, that's all.
What can I get you a drink?
Coke, please.
Well, why don't you two sit down and get to know each other, eh?
I've never been here before.
Neither have I.
Never thought I'd find myself in a place like this. I brought poor Pam. She needs the company.
That's what Malk said. He said I needed the company.
Do you mind if I ask you something, Clive? Have you been crying?
No.
I understand. Pam told me, and I'm sorry. I know what it's like. All I can say is time heals all wounds. Not that I have to tell you that, Doctor.
Pardon?
Was it your work? The long hours on the ward? Didn't she understand the pressures?
I'm not sure that it's...
I may be old-fashioned, Clyde, but I think a wife should be dedicated to her husband's career. That's one thing my ex could never accuse me of.
Your ex? Oh, what did he do?
Road haulage. Travelled a great deal. And then there were the parties, entertaining. Trouble was, we were never alone.
Oh, we were, all the time, except for the kids.
There were children.
3.
No.
When I got home the night she left, they were trying to get a meal. Hot chip pan on the stove.
Poor little mites.
Would you like to see a picture?
I wonder where Pam's got to. I'm worried about her, Clive. She never goes anywhere. I think she's becoming agoraphobic.
What's that?
What? Agoraphobic.
Oh, yes, agoraphobic.
Yeah. You must have come across that quite a few times, Doctor.
Yes, I've operated on several cases.
Operated? On agoraphobia?
It's a new technique. Would you like to dance, Jackie?
Oh, yes.
I won't be very good. I never danced with Julie.
Oh, is it bringing it all back? Only I noticed your eyes are a little moist.
Yes, I suppose it is, really. She was taller than you, slimmer. And incredibly graceful.
Yes, well, some people think I'm quite light on my feet.
And she had this amazing sense of rhythm.
Clive, may I make a suggestion? If you want to forget about Julie, perhaps it would be best if you didn't talk about her.
Hello. Would you like to sit down?
Where's my friend?
Jackie, oh, she's dancing with Clive.
She hasn't wasted much time.
Would you like to dance?
No.
A drink?
No, thanks.
Crisps?
Nope.
Would you like to run naked through the hotel shouting rape?
Don't you ever stop talking?
I don't have to talk. It's not essential to my enjoyment, but it does put us above the animals. As a matter of fact, the human voice is a very potent...
What?
Nothing. And solitaire's the only game in town. And every road that takes him down. While life goes on around him everywhere, he's playing solitaire. And so... I hope you don't mind me singing.
No.
People say I got a good voice.
Do they?
Yeah. I used to have my own group in the 60s. Perhaps you remember me. Ricky Rampant.
Ricky Rampant?
Blimey, you smiled. I thought you'd forgotten now. I used to do the coffee bars. I remember you. Grey gabardine jacket, draped lapels, black sweater, knotted pearls.
Everyone wore those.
I didn't. You stopped coming, Sam. What happened to you?
I became a policewoman.
A policewoman?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose even a policewoman has to relax.
I'm not relaxing. I'm on duty. There've been complaints.
Complaints?
Yes. We're on the lookout for someone. You see, There are men who prey on women at events like this.
Oh. Is your friend a policewoman?
Yes, she's the sergeant.
She's not very tall.
She's trained in karate. Oh, excuse me. I have to carry out surveillance.
Yeah.
Haven't you gone quiet?
What are you doing?
Leaving.
Why?
It's all right for you. I've got the octopus.
Oh, Pam, the doctor and I are just getting to know each other.
Then let me take your
I
car.
can't, he hasn't got a car.
A doctor? And he hasn't got a car? How does he get to emergencies?
Well, I mean, he hasn't got it with him. As a doctor, he knows the danger of drink and driving, Pamela.
All right, I'll walk.
You can't, it's miles. Oh, Pam, have I ever asked you to do anything for me?
Yes, often.
I see, very well. If my happiness means nothing to you, I'll take you home. I'll just say goodnight to Clive. Are you coming?
No, I'm going down the fire escape. I'll see you at the front.
I'll say you're not well. It's not far from the truth. You could have an operation, you know.
Hello. Hot on the trail again?
Yes,
When are you hoping to make an arrest?
very soon.
Where are your handcuffs?
In my handbag.
Oh, yes.
We're after a man known as the Octopus. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Yes. He's the bloke in the bar with the red bow tie. Everybody knows that.
Oh.
You're not a policewoman. Your feet aren't big enough. You were just trying to get rid of me, weren't you?
Yes.
Well, you didn't have to go to those lengths. You could have said no. I've got my pride.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
That's all right. You didn't hurt my feelings. You're entitled to your opinion. I'd just like to point out that I could have had any girl in that room. Could have been your lucky night. That's all. But don't worry. I know when I'm not wanted.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, now we got that out of the way, would you like me to see you home?
Certainly not. Oh, no. The slug. He's taken the carpet.
And the underlay.
And I thought the evening couldn't get any worse. Oh, 20 years of marriage and I'm reduced to bare boards. Well, there's only one consolation. At least I never have any visitors. What's that?
I invited them back for coffee.